Today we discuss about the story of My Old School. The film will be releasing soon, on July 22, 2022. Brandon Lee, 16, was admitted to Bearsden Academy in 1993, a high school in Glasgow, a prosperous Scotland. The events of the next 2 years will go down in history. Prior to her mother's tragic death, Brandon had been teaching in Canada privately when she traveled with him. The strangely smart student surprised his teachers with the goal of enrolling in medical school, and to show much more wisdom of his year. Brandon was shy at first, but soon he befriended her. He supported bullied students, introduced his friends to influential retro bands, and even starred in school play South Pacific. Then of course his incredible mystery comes out. Filmmaker John O'Macleod visits his old school to see the nostalgic look of the bizarre but real story of a former classmate, Brandon Lee. Filmmaker John O'Macleod visits his old school to see the nostalgic look of the bizarre but real story of a former classmate, Brandon Lee. My Old School uses Alan Cumming's storytelling skills, fun, time-appropriate animation, a flawless soundtrack, student and teacher reminiscences, and other resources to bring the story to life. Alan Cumming is seen in a pivotal role in this obsolete film by John O'Macleod, about a Scotsman who pretended not to be in the 1990s. First feature director, John O'Macleod's 1993 documentary My Old School gives a pleasantly interesting look at the life of Brandon, a young man with whom MacLeod studied at Bearsden Academy, a prestigious high school in the vicinity of Glasgow, Scotland. To put it mildly, it has become somewhat different from what Lee claimed. Thus, it is poetic justice that Alan Cumming, a Scottish actor, writer and singer, plays Leakey on screen while perfectly lip-syncing with real Lee's recordings. This is a strange, rare technique that is uniquely characterized by the equally seamless documentary The Arbor by Cleo Bernard. Given that the story was initially told through interviews with classmates of the same year and some teachers who remember what happened, these odd comic devices help change the whole texture. Although the story is easily available online, we will not reveal what happened to protect the fun. When Lee's true identity was revealed in the 1990s, it gave birth to a small news media scandal. Suffice to say, that on the first day of class in 1993, the kids in Year 5 were surprised to see a new boy joining them who looked her appearance seemed strange in some way. Or perhaps she was older than the other children. He introduced himself as Brandon Lee, the son of many children's martial arts icon Bruce Lee, the star of The Crow, who recently died on the set after being hit by a stray bullet. The fact that Brandon's parents divorced and that his father was employed by the diplomatic corps in London gradually became known. He also had a distinct Canadian accent. Brandon's mother was an opera singer who was tragically killed in a car accident, as in some of the Victorian novels. Brandon moved to Glasgow with his grandmother to live in public housing on a side street in Bearsden. Bearsden is also known as the area where Glasgow's professional elites lived. Although initially preserved, Brandon quickly established himself as a star student, especially in biology, which was helpful because his next goal was to earn a medical degree at the University of Dundee. Alumni of Bearsden recall in interviews here how they got to know Brandon, who proved to be a good friend and sage to him over the years while sitting at a compressed desk in a modern classroom. Stephen, one of the school's only black students, faced frequent threats and racist insults, but after befriending all-around nice guy Brandon, he began to feel more secure and acceptable. Brian McKinnon, a different boy who will play a strange role in the story when the truth was revealed years later, describes how Brandon took him under his wing. The scene was animated and cut into the Bearsden band Orange Juice's Rip It Up, a 1982 immortal tongy pop banger. A few years ago Brandon introduced him and his friend Donald to all sorts of cool punk and new wave bands, including the Joy Division, Television, and Husker Du. The characters in the story who are now dead or do not want to participate are either seen in archive footage or voiced by actors in cartoon sequences. While the interviewees seen on camera speak for themselves because the animation depicts their narrative. The school's Saucy Lulu, who joins Claire Grogan on the voice cast. The importance of music in the story is again highlighted by this kind of casting. Not only in the songs that children listen to in their bedroom but also at a crucial moment when Brandon was chosen as the head of school production in the South Pacific, primarily because he has already spoken North America. We hear the show-stopping song Younger Than Springtime sung by Cumming himself in the cartoon sequence to support the wrong memories of the interviewers that he had a great voice. In a video recording made at the time, it was discovered that Brandon's original singing voice on the show was nowhere near Cumming. However, it only relates to the excessive theme of the movie, how easily memories can be changed and how charismatic people can hypnotize us to disbelieve the evidence in our eyes. Watch the full movie on 22nd of July. Thank you for watching our video. If you like our video, then give a like and do subscribe. See you soon in next video.